Thank you for joining with me for the meditation for Lesson 86. Today we are reviewing Lesson 71, Only God's Plan for Salvation Will Work, and Lesson 72, Holding Grievances is an Attack on God's Plan for Salvation. Only God's plan for salvation will work. It is senseless for me to search wildly about for salvation. I have seen it in many people and in many things, but when I reached for it, it was not there. I was mistaken about where it is. I was mistaken about what it is. I will undertake no more idle seeking. Only God's plan for salvation will work, and I will rejoice because His plan can never fail. Holding grievances is an attack on God's plan for salvation. Holding grievances is an attempt to prove that God's plan for salvation will not work, yet only His plan will work. By holding grievances, I am therefore excluding my only hope of salvation from my awareness. I would no longer defeat my own best interests in this way, in this insane way. Only God's plan for salvation will work. Holding grievances is an attack on God's plan for salvation. Only God's plan for salvation will work. Holding grievances is an attack on God's plan for salvation. It can only be God's plan for salvation that will work because no other plan can save us. All others are external and designed to fail, since each would distract attention from our minds, the source of our problem and the source of our solution. Jesus takes us a step further by introducing the purposive element of anger. It directly attacks the plan of the atonement, which directs our focus inward where the ego's thought system of guilt and attack is undone. Holding grievances is an attack on God's plan for salvation. Salvation does not mean I save you, the situation, or even myself. I save the situation in my mind by changing my mind. All situations call for this inner shift. Remember, seek not to change the world, but choose to change your mind about the world. Thank you so much for joining with me. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow.